How are you? Welcome aboard. Okay. Well, the first ones I'm not saying welcome to Lisbon, welcome to Portugal, because... Oh, how are you?
Hi, everyone.
My pink-haired favorite lady. I cannot see that. Because we have three in the competition.
Oh,
it's you, it's Lea from Slovenia, and Suri from the United Kingdom.
But it's a little, it's not pink, it's a little bit different. And she's
not my pink.
She's threatening everyone with pink hair. Like, it's my color.
Like Linda Martin, that won in '92, would say, why me? So what I ask is, why pink?
Why not?
Yeah, first.
Like, I change the color of my hair like every single week. So in that week of Festival La Canção, I was like, I feel like pink. And then I won, and I was like, oh, I must stay pink like 3 months.
We need to be thankful because it could be everything.
Oh, so thank God it's
yeah, it's pink, which is a lovely color.
Yeah. Now, a tough question. How do you feel? How are you handling the pressure? You are the host country singer. Like, you have all the country with our eyes on you.
Yeah, that's a little bit strange, but I don't think about it. I only think about it when I see TV and see like the commercials of Eurovision, and I was like, oh, that's me over there in like 2 weeks, and I was like, oh, okay. But I feel a little bit tired, I must confess, because it takes a lot of us, because we're like 100% for Eurovision. And I'm a little bit tired, but I'm so happy about this. And I did the first rehearsal with Isaura just now, and I was like, yeah, that's real, you know? That's
really awesome. The same thing?
Yeah, the same. I think it's, I keep thinking that we're really, really lucky to be the ones who get to represent Portugal in Portugal, which is, it's a privilege, and I couldn't be more honored. So I'm really trying, I'm enjoying and trying to learn as much as I can, and I'm pretty sure Cláudia is the same, because
sorry, continue.
Because it's really it's something completely different from everything we have done before, and probably we will never get to perform in a stage like this.
Why not?
I don't know.
With these conditions, this is so unreal.
It's really good, and I'm so thankful.
Yeah, everything.
And I read about you. I did some research. I had to.
Oh,
and as a matter of fact, you discovered Isaura's talent watching. Cláudia, sorry.
It's okay.
I'm nervous. You discovered Isaura. Cláudia, talent watching her singing in the voice of Portugal.
Yeah, I was, when I finished the song, for me it was obvious that I needed a voice with all this character. But for me, music is not just about the voice, is the way you express feelings, the way you express yourself. And in this particular case, it was a huge decision because it was a song that is so personal, and I wanted it to be perfect. But more than that, I wanted it to be true. So I needed someone like Cláudia, and because basically with Cláudia, it doesn't matter if you're singing in Portuguese or German or Italian. She has the ability to make you feel something, and that's, for me, in a song, that's the most important part. So when I heard Cláudia, I knew that she would be the one, she would be perfect to such a huge story for me.
Oh, that's nice, come on. And what did you do? You called her, you're a pink-haired lady, you want to try to compete in Eurovision?
I sent her a Facebook message, which is not...
By Facebook?
Yeah, by Facebook. Yeah.
And I remember, like, it was yesterday, I looked to my phone, like, it was Isaura sent you a message. And I was thinking, like, oh, it was so awesome if it was, like, Isaura the singer. And, like, I opened the profile and I was like, oh my gosh, this is Isaura the singer. And the message didn't say anything, it just say, I am Isaura, I'm the composer of the festival, do you want to talk a little bit? And I was like, I dropped in the ground, I screamed for my mother, and I was like, Mother, I'm going to the Festival of Canção. And my mother was like, no, calm down, okay? You don't know what Isaura is talking about, so calm down. But yeah, Isaura sent me the music, another music really, not
I chose Cláudia for a different song.
And then you changed?
Well, basically the songs were about the same thing, about losing my grandmother, but this particular one, No Jardim, it was so personal that I didn't want to give the song just to give away or to present it in front of so many people because it was so personal. So I invited Cláudia to another song about the same subject, but kind of a little. I was not so literal, I think, and I invited Cláudia to that one. Do you miss that song?
I listened the other day when we went to Madrid.
Why not? Why not?
Just one phrase.
Just the chorus, okay?
Eu quero ir aonde estás. Just nothing.
That's not fair. When are you going to release that? Soon?
I don't know. Maybe
Okay. Eurovision. Portugal, till last year, held the record for the country with the highest, most participation. Sometimes my English goes Pikachu without winning. 48, and Salvador won last year. If you had to pick your favorite Portuguese Eurovision song ever, besides O Jardim, which song would you pick?
That's a little bit of cliche, but I like the Isaura song.
Cliché. I'm cliché, you know, it's very...
Yeah, but Pelos Dois is like the song for me of Eurovision.
Yeah.
It marks like difference. I don't know, it's like a different thing, but I like very much the Simone de Oliveira.
Yes, I would go for Simone as well.
That's kind of cliché answer.
Yeah, it's a cliche.
I don't know if it's for some reason if it's a cliche, it means that a lot of people has
I love the song.
Exactly.
I really
It's
it's
a wonderful song. Yeah.
So I think I'm out of time. What am I going to do with you guys today? I have the Portuguese flag. We have the Portuguese flag here.
Yeah, it's so cool.
Thank you. Now we have the mic time.
It's a vest. It's
Best.
wow.
Oh,
You like it?
okay.
We should wear that on stage.
Yeah.
I did meet with the hosts, but you know, we'll do that later. I love your song to bits. I think you're absolutely marvellous. And when I watched the Festival Canção and you won, you just went into total shock, didn't you?
Yeah.
Do you remember how that felt? And you just couldn't move. You were frozen. I thought, come on, we want to see you.
Yeah.
How did that feel?
Because it's true when we say that we don't think about scores or winning or something like that. For me, in Festival da Canção, I was really happy to present a song that I loved. I love the song. I know that I'm suspicious, but I really love it, and I just adore Cláudia's performance. So for me, I was so proud of being there doing that song with Cláudia on stage. That was my main focus, and I forgot about the possibility of winning, and that could happen. So when we won, I was probably just throwing away all my anxiety, and I was really happy, but unprepared, completely unprepared to win, I think.
It was very, very touching to see you go through that process, and it's very, very moving for me. And I thought, my God, you're amazing. You're absolutely amazing, and I love you to bits.
Thank you very much.
I'm James from ESC Social.
James. Yes, next question, please. Yeah, you go, JP, next, and yes, I will try to give you.
Hello, Tamás, I'm from OG, Hungary. First of all, I saw your Facebook page posted a lot of versions in different languages of O Jardim, not only the wide-spoken ones. And I am very curious about the team behind it and the idea about this, I don't know, project. And as O Jardim debuted on Festival Canção exactly on the 100th birthday of my grandmother, who passed away 10 years ago. And if you don't mind, I would give you the Hungarian version I made for O Jardim.
Thank you so much.
That's so nice.
That's so nice.
On stage. Thank you very, very much. Yeah. Who is it, man? Yes, JP.
Hello ladies, JP from Radio International. We met in Madrid a couple of weeks ago. Claudia, can you tell me a little bit about your band you were singing in? Are you still having the band? And what type of music you're doing there? And also about the talk show that you were working in.
Okay.
Thank
you. Want to talk about my past?
And your future.
Yeah, last year I had a project, a jazz band of originals in English called Morua. Like is like the universal name of codfish, because everyone in Portugal call me like codfish. Yeah, and I have a codfish tattoo in my arm, so that's cool. Now I'm working on another project, a Portuguese one with a ukulele. That is my instrument. And I'm very excited about this. I'm working on my first single, and I hope it's released soon, and I hope you enjoy it.
And is it true that you were working with Luísa Sobral?
Yes.
Luísa Sobral is rather the composer that composer that wrote Amar pelos Dois.
Yeah, she wrote me a song that my first single is composed by Luísa Sobral.
You cannot sing it.
No, it's a secret.
It's a surprise. Thank you very, very much.
Very cool.
Yes,
but the talk show, yeah. Can I answer the other one? It's okay.
I was done before you
okay. I was like a TV host a little bit of a program here in Portugal called Curto Circuito. And it was a really interesting program because you have like the liberty to do anything. And I did a lot of contents, humorous contents, and I was like the person that edit and record and script and everything, because it was like 1 year of my life that I do like lots of things in many areas of audiovisual, and they're very excited. I'm so sorry. 1 year passed, and I was like, yeah, this is like something in my life, and it was music. So, in that time, I started the band.
Yeah, and it's a real cool talk show. Yeah, okay. Yes, please.
Hi. Hello. I'm Simon from Polish Radio Newsletter. First of all, I have to tell you that it was a very big and nice surprise for me that you won. Because before the final of your national contest, I didn't expect you to win, because the focus was on the guy who disappeared with the song. But it's a very nice entry for the host country, believe me.
Thank you.
And you know, I look at the Eurovision Song Contest broadly, not only for the song contest, but as the sometimes social political event. And it happened in Portugal in '64 that your song actually was a kind of symbol for the beginning of the revolution. By
74.
Yeah, 64.
Yes. 74.
74, sorry, yeah, 74.
Pode Carvalho.
And if you could find the event you would like with your song to be played in the radio as the beginning of something, what would be?
Wow, that's a really cool question.
It's difficult.
Very difficult one. For me, I think, I don't know if Claudia agrees, she must have her personal opinion, but for me, I think it began with Salvador. I would like for us to contribute and be, you know, another kickoff on that, which is something like the rules and what you think it's a song for Eurovision or not, or if it's a happy song or a sad song, it doesn't matter. What it really matters is if you do something you believe in, which was the whole process of this song, Bujardim. So I would like for this song to be the beginning of the end of labels, I think.
Thank you. Miss Bulgaria. How are you?
Olá, Cláudia. Olá, Isaura. Madeleine de Tallinn, Eurovision Bulgaria. Você está cantando de jardim, do que eu entendo é o paraíso. Nossa pergunta é: que lugar da Terra acham que mais parece a este paraíso?
Oh, very well. Wow. You're singing about a place.
Yeah.
It's like paradise. On Earth, what place is more similar?
What place is more similar to heaven?
Yeah.
In earth? On earth?
Me?
Who heaven is it?
I'm so sorry, I didn't understand the first time. Everyone was clapping, I was like, what?
Okay. Portuguese. So
It was a really wonderful Portuguese.
Yeah.
You speak so well.
Thanks. I'm just tired. Posso falar em português? Obrigada. É um bocado muito clichê, mas eu acho que é também a casa da minha avó, que agora os meus tios felizmente a compraram e estão a restaurá-la, mas é um sítio tão disperso, no meio do nada, onde só existe campo, casas antigas feitas em pedra. Para mim é tipo um silêncio e dá para ver as estrelas na noite, aqueles clichês todos possíveis, ouve-se os grilos, ouve-se, tem coelhos a passar pela rua, e para mim aquilo é a versão mais perfeita da terra em si, porque mostra a sua naturalidade e a sua tranquilidade na forma mais natural.
Okay,
No, you're scared because you need to
No, it's
translate
a
He was
it's
just
a
really scared.
grandmother's home. That's okay in the countryside,
Yeah, countryside.
and you have lots of nature and rabbits. Okay, now it was her time. She said it was a bit cliche, but okay, that it was done. Did I translate it?
For me, it's home. It's home as well. Home is my heaven. It's so cliche, but it's so true. It's true.
Denmark had a good, very song, cliche love song. Last question. What should you pick? You choose. I don't want to
do it.
I know all of them, so
Because everyone will hate me.
pick a number.
The biggest smile. Oh my gosh. That one.
Sorry, guys.
Obrigada. Antes de mais, quero dizer muito obrigada pelos representantes que vocês estão a ser. É o melhor que nós poderíamos pedir. E pelo esforço quase inédito de se envolverem em tudo o que tem a ver com a Eurovisão. Muito obrigada. Aconteça o que acontecer, o orgulho é imenso. Muito obrigada. Sorry, guys. So I want to ask you.
Let me just translate. She thanks the
sorry,
girls
sorry,
for
sorry.
all the effort and for everything they are doing.
Yeah. So you have big shoes to fill, right? Salvador was a was a very controversial figure in Eurovision. I want to know your thoughts on his victory speech. He said, music is not fireworks, music is feeling. What do you think of his victory speech?
I agree 100%. And he told me, like, the speech that he gave, it was not planned. He didn't ever think about winning Eurovision. So I like that especially I like that phrase, because it's so natural. It's the first thing that he thought. And it's so true. Music is feeling, is passing something to another person, to the public. So if the music has this, it has feelings, and it is music.
Okay, RTP has been doing a great job revitalizing our national selection for Eurovision Song Contest. Festival da Canção. Do you think they are on the right track?
I think so, yeah.
Yes.
Could you sing a little bit for us? Jerry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Chorus?
Chorus.
I wish so bad that I could do some beatbox.
You can do it.
But I don't know how to. But
You just
I was okay. I'm going to
improvise.
I just don't know. The only thing I know is just boots and cats. It's a, you know. If you say
doing
boots
well.
and cats, it looks like you know how to beatbox. But I don't.
I told you before, boots and cats is not beatbox. Okay, Zara? No, it's not.
It's not boots and cats. Boots and cats. Boots and cats. It is right. But okay, I'm sorry.
Try to do that with Geraldine.
No, I won't, because
You
I
tried
really
already,
like the
confess.
song, so I don't want to.
Don't destroy it. Don't destroy it. São as flores o meu lugar. Agora que não estás, rego eu o teu jardim. São as flores o meu lugar. Agora que não estás, rego eu
aplauso!